Hi, I'm Jane with Jane Barnes Interiors and BB&R Design Build. I want to tell you about a project that we recently completed that was so much fun. So this is a family of 4, and this house that they have is really like a passion project. So they live most of the time close to the city. They have a very successful pasta business called 7 Hills Pasta, and Giulio is actually an immigrant from Italy, so he has obviously a European aesthetic, but he's quite the chef. So this was a really fun project because this house they want to use for the weekends, for the summers when they can get away, and there's some beautiful farmland around them, so we wanted to have a farm and really enjoy the produce that they could provide on their own farm. So this space it's a beautiful house, like a Cape style, and it has some beautiful elements, but what's beautiful can also be challenging. So within this space, they had a kitchen that was just really not very functional, not very big, and certainly not what Giulio needed for his cooking, style. And in addition to which, this space has an existing fireplace that's really, really beautiful, just really challenging to work around. So this was a challenging project to work on because we wanted to give them, the seating area within the kitchen, but also a beautiful table so that when family and friends come to visit from near or far, that they have a place to commune and enjoy the beautiful meals that they make, but also have a lovely kitchen area to prepare all of the beautiful dishes and, take care of all the produce that the farm provides. So this fireplace within the house was really challenging. The front space was a kitchen that was just small, tight, not functional at all. And then the adjacent space had this large fireplace that was beautiful, but it was dominating the space and they didn't really know how to use it. It was difficult to place a dining room table in, and it just was really challenging. And it was challenging for us to figure out how to do a layout for it as well. But I love where we landed. What we opted to do was swap the existing kitchen space to the existing dining room space and do a bit of a flip-flop because I really wanted to incorporate this large fireplace into the kitchen because it just, it has that texture. It's really beautiful and no sense in taking it out if we could incorporate it. And I love the way it turned out. So we opted to turn the dining room with the fireplace into the kitchen area. And it was really challenging to try to find the symmetry and the balance with this large kitty corner fireplace within the space. But we did just that. So we gave them this architectural element that balances the fireplace beautifully with this modern clean lined hood done with a white cabinetry with a wood trim finish to help punctuate it, delineate it, and then also gave them this interesting shaped island which gives them the function that they need so that they can cook and do all the preparations on one side while the family can sit on the other side enjoying watching all of the cooking and the preparations that are happening. So this is very much a modern farmhouse style look. And then the island has this rich brown tone. So we have that texture of the wood being carried from the island into the trim of the hood, which is really a lovely balance. And then opted for a black accent for the hardware, really gives a lovely punctuation, but also very modern, very European, with these really cool light fixtures over the island. So that dome style, which is very European and really interesting and punctuates the space and keeps it feeling very modern, although the space itself is fairly traditional. The other challenges of this project was to get this modern, cool European look into a very traditional looking household. But by placing the island where we did and using these very cool modern light fixtures, I think we achieved the balance of getting that modern look within a classic traditional style to get that perfect modern farmhouse vibe. So all of the hardware is done in black. I opted to have all pulls. I love the way that that looks. It's very clean, very modern, also ADA compliant to have all pulls because they're easier to operate with a hand as opposed to a knob, which is a little bit more complex to operate. And then the faucet is done in a matte black finish with an undermount sink. And since we swapped the existing dining room with the existing kitchen, now the dining room is in the front of the house. So we added this fantastic built-in banquette bench seat that has storage and allows for the table to be expanded as the family needed, because you know they have friends and family near and far coming and staying at the house, and they wanted a beautiful place to, you know, enjoy the fruits of their labor at. So within that space, I carried that black and white aesthetic in and did this black light fixture above the table, which is absolutely beautiful, and then added a bar area, really like a beverage center area with a separate sink and faucet, also done in the matte black, and has space for all of the wine, all of the glasses, all of the things that, you know, are a lovely addendum to the existing kitchen space. So another part of this project was we renovated the first floor bathroom, because that's where their guests will use that space when they come to visit for short stays or long stays if they're coming over from Italy. So in this space, I carried on that very modern, cool European look with a wood grain finish cabinetry, flat panel to keep it very modern and beautiful, with an acorn tone to the wood, with this fantastic quartz on top that's black with a little bit of white veining. And I love the countertop. It sets a very cool precedent for the design and the overall aesthetic of the space. So above the sink, did this beautiful black round mirror, which is just lovely, carries up the black from the countertop with these very cool light fixtures on either side of it, done with a black faucet above the sink, which is super cool because it's like that water fountain, so you can watch the water come out of, which is just personally a lot of fun for me to watch. So in the shower, I wanted to continue that black and white theme in that space. On the shower floor, I did the hexagon small white shapes on the shower floor, because I like to use small tiles in a shower because it's the grout that your foot grips onto, and that's really what is important in a space for safety and to prevent any kind of injuries. So I opted for that hexagon shape on the shower floor, and then did it with that black grout, which is just gorgeous and really helps to delineate each of the tiles and makes it feel really modern and contemporary. And then on the shower walls, I did an elongated subway tile, so to keep that modern, clean look, and bringing up that black grout helps to delineate each of the tiles and is just very interesting and cool to look at. And then for the shower fixtures, done in a matte black finish that carries on the aesthetic that is at the vanity with that faucet as well. But I love the way the entire space turned out. The clients love it, and it's just a very cool modern look that was so much fun to design. So if you'd like to see more of my designs and more of our work at BB&R Design Build, stay tuned. We're going to be doing more of these projects and talk about all of the design details. So give us a follow and stay tuned.